Alrighty. Totoro, why are you outside? Welcome to our new home, the Rising Stones. Isn't it lovely? But why are you standing around out here talking to me? Everyone's waiting for you inside. Right. This is our first time coming into the new digs. Flamine! Stola! Alfie bro! What's up, Alfie bro? Is it not wonderful, Elder? Nary a single presumptuous merchant has darkened our door. I know full well they will come in time, but for now, let us enjoy the respite. Min... Filia? All of our friends are here! And Thancred's here, too. Floopsy welcomes you all! Except for Thancred. Well, it is certainly spacious. Today marks a new beginnings for the signs of the seventh dawn. For today we declare our independence. Are we going to have fireworks? And a revolution? We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people, proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the Antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Oh, I'm sorry. Foray, where's the, Sorry, sometimes I just can't help myself. A moment of your time, Elder. I would speak of Elidibus. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldesion hath been met with silence. No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No, no, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge both... Oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldesion, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such a time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can assume but the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. 'Tis possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Floopsy will get the information out of them! Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. We seem to get a lot of those. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Alcyon, perhaps? Or Ochre? Or Bruce? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystal of darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Ascian menace. But I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly. A way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Elder. I discern them all around, and disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise to meet it as one. Ah, my stalwart hero, your face is the picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Floopsy has no private affairs. He has only quests. Cryle, where are you? Elidibus, your intercession was not foretold. Nabriales? You object. We question. Our plans are in motion, your intentions unclear. They survived the seventh ardor and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Bro's got a sweet fork, though. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see. Oh. Oh! Yep, nope, no private affairs. Next quest, please. Let's go. Truly there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifests were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thieves acts not out of self-interest, but in service to a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Y'shtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Floopsy will get to the bottom of this. We get to go see Foo-Foo-Loopa. It's been forever since we've seen that little lad. Such a wholesome boy. Screw Y'shtola and Thancred. We're here to see Foo-Foo-Loopa. I know full well that Baldwin's arrest was but the first step towards regaining the public trust. As acting captain, I will continue to do my utmost to... Oh, you have nothing new to say, don't you? It's like no time has passed at all. Never change, Foo-Foo-Loopa. It's like he's an NPC or something, with only a set amount of dialogue. Ah, Elder, your assistance is most welcome. I've already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might better be spent in conversations with Foo-Foo-Loopa! He is the officer charged with leading the investigation. He didn't say anything of this to us! And I would only be repeating that which he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. Foo-Foo-Loopa, you got some splaining to do. We came to say hi to you first, and you said nothing of this. Elder, what a pleasure it is to see you again. Y'shtola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... Ah, but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Allegan Sunway. The cart bolted off toward Eastern Thanalan, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage. That would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning, yet the Amagina do have a foothold in Eastern Thanalan. And what of their cargo? Do they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else it could... Did you miss me, friends? No! I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news, or, on second thought, perhaps it is good news after all. Thancred, where have you been off to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I just took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Amalja friends. And wouldn't you believe it, I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends in the Brass Blades intercept it. In all my years, I've never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. Yep, drugs. It's drugs! It's drugs! The Blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. Is that so? Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Elder. If Floopsy must. Against all expectations, it would seem the Amalja are innocent of this particular spate of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Urianger of our progress, or lack thereof.
Now then. Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Oh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll.
Thancred, you!
Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Floopsy's gonna kick your ass! Oh?
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Mystery lady behind the mask. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? The image of Floopsy kicking your ass has popped into his mind! But no. No! Well then, for want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Foofaloopa's brain again. Who knows, if we work together, we may yet find something of use nestled away within it. Don't you dare talk down to Foofaloopa. He's a precious flower. Oh, but it is good to see you return. I have given some thought to the matter, and I have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Foofaloopa. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long. Then it came to me. What if there is someone among our own ranks conspiring with them? A traitor in our own midst. It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded, Foofaloopa. Indeed, if, for reasons of security, the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were involved. Ah, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone Mikote miner traveling without escort so as not to attract undue attention. But who... Ah, I see. Yes, the concern may well elect to do that. But to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way, mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerlea. A fine spot for a rest. Would you not agree, Elder? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Oh, we're all talking in tricksy tongues, huh? Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer some encouragement. Floopsy knows how to encourage them. With violence! Nugget is prepared. So it is to be a stakeout. I don't trust that lizard. Not you, Pudge. You're fine. Eh? Oh. Huh? Eh? Eh? Huh? Oh, hello! Punches cannot penetrate the armor of Floop. Stubborn to the last, as expected. You are unharmed? A gang of sea-wolf thieves, and in Thanaland no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea-wolves? All of them? Aye, and all with the same taste and facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. They're working for the fishmen. Our thieves are a long way from home. Floopsy? Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon, then. Foofaloopa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. Can't Floopsy go with you, Stola? Fine. Floopsy is a professional. Floopsy can kick Thancred's ass after the world is safe. On behalf of the Brass Blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. Ah, but we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? Then, by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. No. I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he, managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him, and made good his escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that somnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, he was quite strong. A sea-wolf, Laminson born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him, you have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me appraised of any developments. Yes? He's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know. Yeah, very disappointing. Floopsy will miss you so much. But one must follow where duty leads. You tried to look a little... I tried to look a little disappointed. Or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? The antecedent bid me tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphino awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident, I am not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphino has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade, and when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. Alpha, no, you won't believe it. We had to hang out with Thancred for like a whole mission. It was awful. You're late. No matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with Doma, yes? In Authard? Well, like the rest of the nations of the Eastern Continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale, and more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We'd be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Uldar, Elder. Unless I am mistaken, and I am rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with the Sultan's sworn on the Royal Promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be being pursued by some. And if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do say your sparkling repartee. I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Uldar. Alfie, no, you can't. You might need a little. You might. Yep. You might. Boy, you need some manners. Mama gonna learn you some manners, boy. Elder, it would be so much faster if you actually used the magical teleporting crystal thingies. Oh. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir, we have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. She got a tail. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alphinaud Levieux, at your service. A friend. Which, I believe, makes me very nearly unique, in this part of the world at least. Few indeed are your allies in Uldar, yet you will need someone if you wish to endear yourself to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there's aught we can do to help. Floopsy is here.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Authard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
XII have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience.
It's okay, you're a lizard woman. It's fine.
We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
If you go outside, there's plenty lizard ladies running
I shall defer
around.
to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
You're expecting Floopsy to entertain? Oh. Oh, okay. So, you guys like violence?